UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon is warning that Yemen is on the brink of civil war. Houthi rebels are now tightening their grip on the country after seizing power back in September.
And as instability grows in that country, more Western countries have closed their embassies due to security fears.
Let me be clear. Yemen is collapsing before our eyes. We cannot stand by and watch.
Ban's statement to the Security Council on Thursday came just as al-Qaeda-linked fighters seized a large army base in southern Yemen, which reportedly housed more than 1,000 troops.
And the United States is one of those countries suspending operations at its embassy in Yemen, but there are fears that the turmoil could undermine counterterrorism efforts there.
Specifically against al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, which calls Yemen home. CNN's Brian Todd looks into this.
At the fortified U.S. Embassy in Yemen, a scramble to get out. Documents and weapons were destroyed, and all Americans inside, even the Marines, evacuated from the country. Analysts say before the pullout, this embassy was often buzzing with intelligence operations. Now,
you simply cannot put officers on the ground. You can't go out to meetings. You can't drive around. You can't even go in country. So we are, again, I'll say it, effectively blind there, and this was a huge setback, losing this embassy.
Former CIA officer Bob Baer, who once took part in operations at the U.S. Embassy in Yemen, says now that the embassy has, by most measures, closed, dozens of U.S. intelligence operatives have left Yemen, and with them, some crucial listening capability and human intelligence. The CIA won't comment. It's now drawing major concern because al-Qaeda's most dangerous branch, one of America's most formidable enemies, operates out of Yemen. Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. They claimed responsibility for the Charlie Hebdo attack in Paris. They were behind the 2009 Christmas Day underwear bomb plot and the attempt to place bombs in printer cartridges. Both those attacks targeted the United States. Both almost succeeded. The master bomb maker behind those plots, the notorious Ibrahim al-Asiri, is still at large, still believed to be operational. And with the U.S. Embassy evacuation, analysts say that al-Qaeda branch is emboldened.
AQAP is already taking advantage of the vacuum. We saw an attack recently on one of the largest military bases in South Yemen. AQAP entered the base, stole the weapons, and actually then left and vacated. The base is now controlled by tribes, not the Yemeni military.
And AQAP just overran a prison in southern Yemen and freed 6 of their militants. U.S. officials tell CNN their counterterrorism capabilities inside Yemen have been impacted by the chaos, but they insist they still have assets in place to combat al-Qaeda.
We still have a military counterterrorism capability inside Yemen. We do have some number of special operations forces that are still operating in Yemen.
And U.S. officials say they're also still training Yemeni forces. There have been drone strikes in recent days. But analysts say there is still a major void with few, if any, American intelligence operatives on the ground to work with their Yemeni counterparts. That hands-on cooperation with the Yemenis was always seen as crucial in the operations against al-Qaeda. Brian Todd, CNN, Washington.
The news continues here on CNN. Allegations that more than 200 women and girls were raped by Sudanese soldiers.
This difficult yet important story to tell is coming up after the break.